The most expensive things you will ever receive are free. When someone offers help without being asked, without context, without reciprocal relationship, they are not being generous. They are opening an account, and you are the collateral. This is the favor trap. A mechanism so effective that the person being manipulated will defend their manipulator. They will call it friendship. They will call it loyalty. They will never call it what it is, a calculated investment in your compliance. If you value understanding the strings that pull the world, subscribe. This is the silent psychology. Like this video to signal you are paying attention. Subject A worked in corporate strategy. Competent, reserved, not political. A colleague, Subject B, began offering small assists, covering a meeting, sharing a contact, forwarding an email chain that Subject A hadn't been included in. Nothing was asked for in return. Subject A felt gratitude, mild obligation, but not enough to question it. 3 months later, Subject B needed something. A recommendation to leadership for a role Subject A knew they were unqualified for. The task was framed gently. After everything we've been through together. Subject A hesitated, then complied. The debt felt real, even though no contract had been signed. This is not kindness. It is the construction of invisible leverage. The mechanism operates on a principle called preemptive reciprocity. You do not ask someone for a favor and then help them. You help them first, without prompt, and you do it repeatedly. Each act of help generates a psychological imbalance. The human brain is wired to resolve imbalance. It creates discomfort, tension, the need to equalize. But here is the trap. The person offering help controls the terms of repayment. They decide when the debt is called. They decide what it costs. And because the help was given freely, you cannot refuse without appearing ungrateful, cold, or socially incompetent. Robert Cialdini called this the rule of reciprocation. It is one of the most reliable compliance triggers in human behavior. But the favor trap goes further. It adds 2 layers, emotional debt and time delay. The emotional debt is constructed through intimacy. The person does not just help you. They help you in ways that feel personal. They remember details. They anticipate needs. This creates the illusion of care. You begin to trust them. You begin to feel seen. And once you feel seen, you cannot easily reject them without rejecting the version of yourself they reflected back. The time delay is strategic. The longer the gap between the favor and the ask, the more legitimate the relationship feels. If they ask immediately, you recognize the transaction. If they wait weeks or months, it feels like friendship. The ask, when it finally comes, feels reasonable, even small. But the size of the task is irrelevant. What matters is that you comply. Because once you comply, the pattern is established. You have demonstrated that you will act against your own judgment to preserve the relationship. That is the data point they needed. This is not about paranoia. It is about pattern recognition. The favor trap has 3 indicators. First, the help is unsolicited and slightly excessive. It goes beyond what the relationship warrants. Second, the person tracks the help. They reference it. They remind you, casually, of what they have done. Not aggressively, just enough to keep the ledger visible. Third, when they finally ask, the request is framed as mutual benefit or as a test of the relationship. I thought we were close. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. These are not emotional appeals. They are tactical reframes. You can see this in family systems, in workplaces, in romantic relationships that feel slightly off but you cannot articulate why. The person is always helpful, always available, but their help comes with a weight you cannot name. The way out is simple but uncomfortable. You must be willing to let the debt remain unpaid. You must be willing to appear ungrateful, because if you are not, you are negotiating from a position you did not choose, under terms you did not set, in a game you did not agree to play. The favor trap works because good people do not want to believe that kindness can be tactical. But tactical kindness is not kindness. It is an investment, and the return they are seeking is your compliance. If this pattern feels familiar, you already understand more than you think. Subscribe and share to survive the hierarchy.